So let's check this out real quick.
Shocking new video shows two large SUVs dropping off dozens of illegal migrants at the border in Jacumba, California.
Okay, so already we're starting out crazy. Ladies and gentlemen. Why is there a random SUV just pulling up to the gate and dropping off mad people? Why is that happening? What's going on there? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. What's good with you, bro? Why is that happening?
Shocking new video shows two large SUVs dropping off dozens of illegal migrants at the border in Jacumba, California. The group appearing to be mostly adult males, made up of people from China, Turkey, Brazil, and India.
Mostly adult males. China, Turkey, and India. What's going on right there, guys? You guys notice anything strange about that?
Customs and Border Patrol sources say that they were nearly 1,100 illegal crossings in the San Diego sector on Sunday, 97 Chinese nationals and 91 Turkish nationals. The House Homeland Security Committee expected to mark up
about the new neighbors
against DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas today, charging him with refusal to comply with the law and a breach of public trust. We are talking about this right now with South Carolina Congressman Russell Fry, a member of the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees. Congressman, this is very concerning, and I also spoke with one of my border sources the other day, and he told me that he's seeing activity shift further west, in other words, Arizona and San Diego. This is really where the poorest situations are now worse than anybody thought. In addition to Texas, they're currently the top two sectors with the most illegal crossings, averaging 2,000 plus daily encounters a day. What is your reaction to what's taking place at the border right now?
I think it's shameful. I mean, this matches what I've seen in Yuma, Arizona personally. When we were down there, we saw individuals from China, Ukraine, Uzbekistan, Africa, Haiti, Central and South America, you name it. Every part of the globe was present at the border that particular night that we were there. And so it's really shameful.
So now, again, here's my question. Why do you guys think that all of these people from all of these different areas are at the border? He named a whole bunch of different countries of where he believes people are that he saw at the southern border when he was there. Why are they all there? Make it make sense. And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. We got 22 people watching and we got 14 likes. If everybody can bang on those likes and get us to 30, that'd be great.
That this is allowed to perpetuate, that the secretary has known for months, if not years, the problem, and he refuses to fix them.
Yeah, we're also seeing that they're catching illegal migrants on ranches and human smugglers. One source told me that they arrested a cartel smuggling guide this weekend who smuggled illegal immigrants into Texas, and then they realized that he was wanted for murder in Mexico. Okay, so he was arrested over the weekend. I don't understand why your colleagues in the Senate are allowing anybody to come through at this point after we've learned what we've learned. Is this Senate deal being negotiated going to live? I mean, Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, said that the Senate border deal, any border shutdown authority that allows even one illegal crossing is a non-starter. Thousands each day is outrageous, Mike Johnson said. The number must be zero. However, Oklahoma Senator James Lankford says Republicans are rejecting the bipartisan border deal because it's an election year. That's what he said. This is a Republican. Watch this.
It is interesting. Republicans 4 months ago would not give funding for Ukraine, for Israel, and for our southern border because we demanded changes in policy. So we actually locked arms together and said, we're not going to give you money for this. We want to change in law. And now it's interesting, a few months later, when we're finally getting to the end, they're like, oh, just kidding. I actually don't want to change in law because it's a presidential election year.
Why do you guys think the inconsistency is happening? What he just explained right there was a lot of the inconsistencies that I'm always talking about when I say how inconsistent the politicians are and how they just kind of make up their own rules and do what they want to do. He just gave an example of that from his perspective on what's going on with this border security / military assistance deal. Everybody's changing what they're saying. And the reason why everybody's changing what they're saying is because it's an election year. People are changing what they're saying so that they can get some votes. Shout out to Carlton Way. Carlton Way said he looked like a character from hip hop cartoon. Hey, that's facts though. He do look like a character from hip hop cartoons, man. That's hilarious. Shout out to Torian. Torian said he looked like the Sweet Dreams singer. Man, that's crazy. Who made that song, Sweet Dreams? Was that Marilyn Manson? He looked like Marilyn Manson.
And now the Oklahoma GOP is voting to censor Lankford for his role as the chief negotiator in these border talks, Congressman. Where's this going?
Well, I don't know what the Senate really, is doing. What I will say this is that Obama's former Homeland Security Secretary said that you reach a crisis point at 1,000 migrants a day. So under the negotiated deal, they're going to shut down the border at 5,000. This doesn't make any sense. And so this isn't Trump that's saying this. This is Obama's former Homeland Security Secretary saying 1,000 overwhelms the system. But here,
shout out to Blue Electric. What's good with it, Blue?
10,000 a day. 5,000 is acceptable. I just think it's a non-starter. The House's position is pretty clear. I think that's where the American people are. HR2, the Secure the Border Act, is where we need to be. It fixes the issue. It removes these ambiguities in the law that the Secretary has been allowed to abuse for years.
Yeah.
And it's time to get serious about the border. This doesn't solve the border.
And Doug Collins, you made a really good point earlier. You said, why did they think they needed to start from scratch in the Senate? You had HR 2. So what's the deal with starting from scratch and coming up with this idea of 5,000 a day, Doug?
Yeah, I mean, that's the point. And Russell, I think you understand this as well. You have a bill. The purpose is to negotiate a bill. And when you start at 5,000, I mean, that's so far over the what used to be called extreme. Jay Johnson, as you just said, the question I have is there the animosity that's built up there that Republicans don't just want a bad law. They want a law that actually fixes it. I think that's what.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. Do you all still think that that immigration, border crossing at 5,000 border crossers per day, is that still sustainable? Because you got to remember, it's probably always going to be 5,000, and then there's going to be the amount of illegal people that come over that aren't able to be traced, or that we're not going to know that are coming over. And so if they don't enforce the laws, which is the problem right now, then all they're going to count is probably going to be the 5,000 people that they designate coming over. And then we're still not going to know about the illegals. And it's going to cause even more of a strain, because we're going to be expecting a 5,000 migrant cap when there's going to be 5,000 plus whatever illegals come through. And it's going to still put a strain and a stress on the system and the resources. You know what I'm saying?
Where Senator Langford maybe off a little bit. Is that the feeling of the House right now? It's not just any law. It's got to be a good law.
Well, it's got to be a law that fixes the problem, right? I mean, we know right now that the president has the authority to secure the border under the same laws that President Trump made the securest border that we've ever had. So it's time to get back to the basics, and HR2, by every estimation, will fix the problem.